Dion, your hair looks fine. Don't listen to the haters over there, okay?
Maddie, my John, I gotta get it chopped off.
Yeah, well, we all feel that way now being in the orange zone.
Right.
It's hard out here. How was the bye week? Was it different from other years since you guys were kind of in Buffalo the whole week, or was this normal for you that you would usually be in Buffalo during a bye week?
So this bye week was definitely different, Maddie. From being free but not being free, it was different. Trying to figure out things to do, knowing that there's nothing to do, was the hardest thing. Always kind of thinking, well, maybe we can. Nah, I can't, and nah, it's just not gonna work. Um, it was literally just early mornings working out, afternoons with the kid, at night playing video games, and it was literally just that on recycle. And then I also watched uh, a new show on I don't know, maybe Stars or something like that. I'm not sure if it was HBO or Stars, but a new series, and I just binged that in place of playing a game a couple nights. So it was just a lot of staring at the TV.
In a sense, was that more relaxing because you kind of were forced to stay at home? Do you feel more rejuvenated because of that, or were you ready to get back on Monday and start practicing again?
It was well needed. It was well needed. I love at my job, so uh, as soon as I could come back, you know, I'm ready for it. But I was enjoying the process of the off week, but I was honestly looking forward to just relaxing and just de-stressing in my body, not living off of a schedule, and just relaxing. Honestly, just kicking back and relaxing.
And last one for me, you got to show off your shirt. Tell me what it is. Feast mode.
And let me see. Let me see. Yo, but you can see that. See that John say feast mode on there. Hey, Mads. I know you see this, right? Let me see, because I know it's backwards. Right here, that's a bowl of mac and cheese, Maddie. A bowl of mac and cheese. So you know he already stirred it up. He got his mac and cheese. He's in the rafters. Of course, the mafia does and what they do. They stay outside. They support the guys, and they love us. Whether it's rain, it's sleet, it's hail, it's snow, it's hot, they out there. So with this shirt right here, it is literally giving the example of the mafia. It's literally swag. And then, of course, Thanksgiving feast mode. You got to feast up and enjoy Thanksgiving. Best of both worlds. Mafia and Thanksgiving. What better life is that? As you know. Matter of fact, as you know, Maddie. As you know.
I love it. You're going to be a clothing designer one day, Dion.
Now, it is a fact, though. It is a fact. Oh, but yes, I don't want to take all of the credit. I also had help in designing it. Me and the artist and designed it, and we piggybacked and back and forth. But it was a collaborate decision, and this is what the final decision was. So yeah.
Amazing. Appreciate it.
Yep. Got you, Maddie. Thank you.
Hey, Dion. Jay with the Buffalo News. You talked before the season about going out there and earning the contract extension that this team gave you. You had 10 games now. You had a chance on the bye to maybe to self-reflect or self-scout a little bit. How do you feel the first 10 games of this season has gone in that regard?
So Jay, you're talking about basically talking about myself, right? Like
pretty
you want
much.
Me to tell
yeah,
you
pretty much.
So with the type of person that I am, I can always do better. If I have 100 plays correct and I have one play wrong, or if I have 99 plays correct and one play wrong, or whatever, I'm hard on myself, because as an offensive lineman, you can have a million in good plays and one in bad play, and that's bad. Well, it's looked as bad. So honestly, like I think in the position that I'm in, I just got to just keep crafting. Just because you sign on that line, it doesn't just elevate you from okay, he was average, so now he's this superhuman. Like, no, like I still have to grind all the way through it. And I think that I'm still grinding through it. I'm still learning every day. I'm still learning every play. I'm still working on and perfecting my craft to the point that I just want to leave it and staple it as this is Dion Dawkins, because I'm still learning that I can still do in different things, and I can still maneuver in ways that I didn't know that I could. Honestly, from the great coaching from OG, from OG, and it's just a grind, man. It's just a grind. I don't think I'm high. I don't think that I'm low. I'm just dark, man, and I'm gonna give you my all every play, or I will try to, and I just gotta keep grinding.
You've had a lot of, you've been a mainstay on that line that's had a lot of shuffling in and out, particularly on the interior. What impact has that had on the line as a whole?
Well, anytime one of your brothers goes down and comes up and switches positions, it's hard, because as an offensive lineman, like, as you know, like, we have to play as one, and going through and routines with the same guys, and we kind of know what to expect. And then when somebody new comes in, it just changes that and routine just a little bit. Nothing drastic, but it's just a little bit. And honestly, in this world, just a little bit, it's kind of a lot. But it's always hard, but it's nothing that can't be done. Like, we know in this league, the injury rate is 100%, and we just have to just deal with it and we go and just be pros and just handle it like pros, and just keep moving forward and control what we possibly can, which is our own self.
And then last one for me, I know you've made, prioritizing giving back to the community as much as you can, a big thing for you. What are you doing with Thanksgiving coming up here to do that?
Yeah, well, this past weekend on Saturday, of course, I teamed up with Rooted, West Her, Dash, the Buffalo Fire Department, Buffalo Police Department, a bunch of others. And we fed 500 families together. And it was honestly amazing. Tisha and Rooted in Love always do a wonderful job. It was literally like an assembly line of a drive-through where cars can just pull in. They can get their fresh produce. They can get their canned foods. They can get their cleaning products like hand sanitizer, just like little stuff, masks. And then they got milk, eggs, cornbread. And they had a choice of either ham or turkey. And we, as a unit, fed 500 families. And I couldn't ask for a better team of people to and get this done with. And we made a little splash in Buffalo, and we're going to keep doing so as much as possible.
Right on. Well, good on you. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Jay. You have a wonderful day, man.
What's up, Dion? Matt here. Today, Cole Beasley was the second person in the last 2 weeks I've heard call you a freaky athlete. Yeah. I was talking to Bobby last week. Yeah, and he said, Bobby basically said, like, you have a very rare skill set, and you see it play out on the field. I mean, where does that power come from? Have you always just been like a naturally gifted, powerful dude, or is that something that you've had to build?
Well, Matt, to be honest, every person is gifted with different abilities. Like, some people are gifted to be singers. Some people are gifted to be Olympic runners, Olympic hurdlers, Olympic disc throwers, and things and like that. We all are blessed in different ways. And my entire life, I lived in this mindset. And it's literally a mindset that I'm a skinny guy trapped in a big guy body. And I literally lived in that mindset. I lived in that mindset ever since I could imagine. From growing up, guys would always say, "Oh, Dion, you're too big. Oh, you can't do it. But you're too big." And I would honestly take that personal, like, yes, I can do it because I'm big. And I'm going to show you. and I would do it. And then I guess for the things that I would even attempt to do, people wouldn't expect me to do it. So I would attempt, and then sometimes I would do it, and then they're like, "Oh snap! Dion just did a one-handed cartwheel, or Dion just did a handstand. Dion just dunked the basketball," and it just stayed. But I honestly think that I'm truly blessed, and God has been with me, and He's continued to allow me to be different and just be my own self. And hey, thank you, Cole, and thank you, Coach, for saying that. But I just got to just keep showing it, just keep showing it.
And you talked about like all the different guys that you play with next to you at left guard. Yep. When Jon is there, what's that like? Because everybody talks about his communication and his juice and his nastiness. How much have you enjoyed the limited amount of time that you got to spend playing next to Jon? He's a savage. He's literally a savage. And the crazy thing is, the only thing that is going through like my mind is it's just, he's a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet. Just a dog, man. Just a guy who doesn't care what you think, and he's just gonna go like out there. He's gonna give it all. He has great energy. And honestly, the key word is just savage. And he plays, and with that savage mindset and that savage mentality every play. And that's why Coach loves him. That's why I love him. And that's why I'm happy to call him my teammate, because he's just him, and he's not afraid to be him. He understands this league, and he just plays hard, and he plays to the whistle, and that's him. And I'm going to stamp it. He's a savage. And he's been doing it for a little while now, and I support it, and I learn from him. He's just a savage, yo. Just a savage. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I got you, brother. You have a good one. You too.
Dion, it's Jason Wolf with the Buffalo News. How are you, man?
What up, Jason? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. It's good to see you. Classy bougie, what now?
Classy bougie ratchet. that's that Meg the Stallion. You know who Meg the Stallion is? I bet you don't. Do you?
Yeah, the artist, right? Music artist?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's one of her lines. She classy, bougie, ratchet. So that's a savage, all of those things.
I want to ask you about Feliciano too. So that was an interesting jumping off point. We know about how valuable he is on the field, right? Like we know about his ability to play guard, moved into center, which is critical. We know how much you missed him for the first 6-7 games this season.
Absolutely.
Why did you miss him behind the scenes? What I want to know about his personality, his demeanor, his drive. What makes him unique, and why do you guys love him as much as you do? Because I get the sense that you really like him as a person.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and the good thing is he's so usually, right? So if I could just paint this picture, right? There's different type of people, right? There's people that are swaggy. There's people that really don't care about swag, and they're just like a default clean cut, just get the job done. Classic. Honestly. And then you have guys that try to add a little spice to it naturally. And Jon is one of those guys that is just a natural spice guy. Like, you could just tell, like, okay, he has an edge to him. When he walks around and when he talks to you, he speaks from the heart and what he's saying and he means. And a lot of guys can't be like that. A lot of guys try to, but they fake it. A guy like Jon, it's just natural. He cares. He's a family man, and he likes video games. It's the best of all worlds. Like, Jon is him, and then he can relate to you on hobbies that guys have. And in the O-line room, a bunch of us are gamers. So Jon is a big gamer too, and it's just the full circle. So we gravitate towards each other because in certain ways we're similar, and I think that it's just the full package of him allowing the world the energy that he gives off of being himself. And that's what I think that we respect the most, that he's not fake. He doesn't try to fake this tough guy and persona. He's the guy. he's our guy, and he's a savage. And we see it, and we feed off of it, and we accept him for it. And that's what causes us to gravitate towards him. It's just him being himself and not being afraid to be himself, which is special in this league.
What can you tell me about what it was like when he returned to the group? I mean, I don't know how much while he was injured, he was in on the meetings and being virtual, but like just welcoming him back into that group as a full-time player, you know, a guy who was going to suit up on Sunday. How did that go down, and what was it like welcoming him back?
Yeah, it was all energy, and just knowing what we knew, you know, like when he came back, it wasn't like it's a brand new person in there. We knew what we were going to get. We were going to get a guy who's going to play whatever position needed, whatever he could play, right guard, center, left guard, whatever. And he's going to go in there. He's going to make a call, and he's going to do what he does 100% with violence, with swagger, and with that savage mindset. And we fed off of his presence. Just him being around, just knowing, all right, Jon is next to us. Jon is going to be here. This is what Jon is doing. And just knowing that we knew what was coming gave us all confidence. Just cool. Jon is back. We solid. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, man, Dion. Appreciate you, dude.
Yep. Thanks, Jason.
All right. Take it easy.
Adios, brother.
Hey, Dion. Josh Reed here. Hold on. I got to pause Megan Thee Stallion for a second. Make sure that it's not playing in the background.
What up, Josh?
The Stallion, by the way. Two E's. The extra E for entertainment purposes.
Stallion.
Hey, Bosa. You know, he came back last week. What kind of pass rusher is he, and how does he stack up against some of the better ones in the league?
Yeah, a special dude, man. A special dude. I have the pleasure to cross paths and with him in the offseason, and we train at the same place, and for the most part, and we train at the same place. And he's a great dude on and off of the field. He's a special player, man. He gives it his all. He works on his craft, and he plays and with that killer instinct. And it's a task, you know, whenever like you have a great defensive end, even Melvin, just great dudes, just all around great athletes. And they are the definition of great players in this league, and preparing for guys and like that, you just have to just tone in just a tad bit more and just hit the ground rolling, because like we know that they come in to kill, and they have to come through us.
You guys have played as a team, have played meaningful games in December and January, the last season. How does that help you as we're almost past Thanksgiving now, heading to December, the home stretch, knowing that you're going to be playing some games that are going to have a lot of meaning? You guys have been there and done that now.
I mean, every game has meaning, Josh, whether it's the first game or the last game of our season. So we don't take it any different. We want to win every last game, whether it was a preseason game, which obviously, and we didn't have in this year, or it's a game if we were out of the race. Like, we want to win every single one. But hey, it's the final stretch, and listen, 1-0 every week is literally all we live for, and all we live in our means of being 1-0. And that's 1-0 at practice, 1-0 at home with your family, 1-0 in treatment, 1-0 with what you're eating, and 1-0 on Sundays. And that's literally all it is. That's all it is, Josh.
Appreciate you, Dion. Back to my playlist now.
Yes, sir, brother. Savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet.